next speaker, Mr. Bharat Venkatsamy. So Mr. Bharat Venkatsamy he is a by profession engineer, and he has completed his BTech from telecommunication branch, and presently he is working as a IT professional since last 11 years. He also performed various roles in his professional career, such as developer, solution designer, business consultant, project program manager, and many more. He has a passion for movies and literature, which has pushed him towards script, lyric writing, etc., where he have associated himself with few Kannada movies and also write poetries relevant to experience in his life. He has also published a collection of poetry named Minuku, that is Kannada poetries. He strongly believes that for one to be a self-confident in life, they should follow their dreams alongside more than what the society expects from them. So I hope this will be very motivational speech for all our participants. So I welcome Mr. Bharat Venkatsamy for giving his talk. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone. Thanks for that very brief description about my personal and professional experience. So hi everyone. So myself Bharat. So I'm currently based out of UK. I'm working for a IT firm called Virtusa, and I'm supporting a UK client here. So as the topic goes that I need to talk on today, so it's more of a gray area for myself as well. So something which I've been figuring out for several years with my professional experience. But I thought it would just be with my limited experience, so I'll just put up some points together so that it would at least drive the young minds forward, right? So to begin with, so motivation, so as my as a topic, so I've just given a subheading to it to say that from no one to no one. So I just wanted this session to be a bit light session, not to be too serious of a session. So I just kept it as no one to no one, to just keep it as a thin air, like it shouldn't create much of a traction between myself and the audiences around. So like the motivation comes from anyone. So I'm just it's just the situational thing that I'm here to speak on everyone's behalf. Like it's not a very serious session, as I said. So let's move on to the next slide. Just a minute. Sorry, I skipped too many. No. Okay. So just to keep this session very not to make it too formal, so I just put up a quick image here just to suggest that an image can talk 1,000 words. Like you could get a lot of speakers who would tend to or would try to motivate you, but with my experience, with my experience, the motivational talks for that topic can be very boring. Like as long as you are in mood of getting motivated. So like if you see the face of this image, it seems that the person is puzzled with so much of motivation being given by couple of motivational speakers. As you can see, symbolically the speaker has been this is actual speaker, no, not me. So on that note, I'll just move on to the next slide. Just to summarize on this slide, I just wanted to, let everyone know that, in the forum, that, the motivational speeches or the motivational talks are not always motivational. So they also can, turn out to be boring, as it is happening now, I believe. Okay, again, I just put up some points around what is to be motivating. It's just like oxygen. Like you can get motivation around your environment. You can draw motivation from anyone around your society. Be it a close space or a wider space. So motivation can come from any source. And it's a perception. Like if you feel that something is motivating you, you take it, else it is just, you can just ignore it. It's just as a scrap material for you. And not all speakers are motivators. There should be a very clear demarcation between who speaks and who motivates. Like at times speakers could get motivating, but not all speakers would be motivators. Yeah. And there is a difference. Like there has to be a thin line between what is myth and what is reality. So according to me, motivators are, the concept of a motivator is a myth. Getting motivated is a reality, right? So just wanted to clear this air off, so that it makes things very clear in terms of what you would expect from this session. And here goes a slide with some quick quotes from the losers. Like why I have quoted them, or why I have called out them as losers, because they have nothing to lose. Yeah. So you lose something, and that's when you win something. So I'm sure that they've succeeded, or they've found success in their respective areas, but it does not come very easily, or it does not come for free. So they had to lose something to gain something. Just a quick quotes from a few of the well-known personalities around the world. Yeah. So okay. So so I just made some quick notes as to why I would call them losers. Like the reason why they lost is because they tried to do something new. Had they followed something which was already trending, or something which was already there, maybe they would have found success early in their life. So the reason why they lost early in their life is because they tried to find something new, they challenged themselves. So that's what made them losers initially, and that's what drive them to become successful in their respective areas, right? And yes, a quote from a loser will never have kind of a weightage as that of a successful person. So I'm sure that these quotes would have come at a stage where they were really losing. When I say losing, it could be losing their patience, losing their age, losing their time. So that's when you come up with quotes, so that it will be remembered forever, and only those quotes would be remembered forever of those who have succeeded defeating all the failures in their life, right? So on that note, I'll just move on to the next slide. Quickly, why I call them losers, and why it is relevant to this session is because I've seen, I've witnessed the previous sessions, and it's been really informative, and I really was thinking whether my session would be as worthy as what the other sessions would be. But I felt the previous sessions were very much heavy in terms of the content, in terms of the knowledge that it was sharing. So I'm sure all the personalities who are in this session, who've been sharing ideas with all the young minds, they would, would have faced failures in their lives. So it's, don't shy away from the failures that you might have encountered, so they could be a stepping stone towards your next move, or your next phase of your life, right? So on that note, I hope I just cleared the air in terms of what you could expect from this session and what is that I could offer in return. So I mean, again, because this is nothing that this is nothing that it comes from from kind of a it is not an extraordinary term that I'm trying to coin here, but I've just put up a small cycle which would try to give you a sense of what is that it would take for something to begin, right? I mean, because for something to for something to be achievable, it has to begin, right? So a journey should always start with a single step. You'll have to take step by step. So I've just put up 5 basic questions, or kind of 5 basic terms that you would need to keep in mind before starting anything or beginning anything. Yeah. So first one is what is that you are about to begin, right? I mean, that clarity should be there. And when is that you're intending to begin, and why is that you would begin that particular topic or phase or a career or whatever. And I'll keep it as generic as possible so that it can be applicable across fields, right? So I'll not talk about any specific area. Yeah. And why would you begin, and where would you begin from, and how would you begin, right? And I'm sure with all the expert advices that you've been receiving since these couple of days, you would have you could mark each one of you, I mean each personality from this forum to one of the circles here, right? And there would be guidance for every step that you would take. So just to keep it simple, it's a continuous process, because that's why you can see this looping. It would be an infinite loop as long as you stop beginning something that has to begin. So what, when, why, where, and how. Yeah. So these are the basic questions that you'll have to ask yourselves before beginning anything. And that beginning could be anything. Yeah. I mean, I'm just keeping it as generic as possible. And not just the beginning, the end is also as equal, plays as equal role as that of the beginning, right? I mean, you will have to end something at some point in order to give it a new beginning, right? So again, the same set of questions that you'll have to ask yourselves: what is that you want to end, when is that you want to end it, why do you want to end it, and where do you want to end it, and how far do you go, or how do you end a particular thing, right? Again, as I said, end is also as equal importance as that of beginning something. And what would end and what would begin is something which is left to you, right? I mean, now that this is more of career oriented focus sessions, so you could probably relate this to your your next phases of your education, or be it your careers, right? So so I hope these questions, I mean, and again, I'll not be very descriptive in terms of what these questions are. So I would say that these questions are something which you'll have to ask yourselves before beginning or ending something. So that would, if you find a relevant answer, then you're clear in your mind that what you're about to do is something which is right to your heart. And if you have doubts, then probably you'll have to reach out to relevant people who can clear the doubts in your mind, right? So on that note, I'll just move on to the next slide. Okay, so 2 basic aspects of our lives is to know when to say yes and when to say no, right? So I've seen people struggle in terms of making a decision, or in terms of being confused, and and taking a wrong step, uh, where they would be expected to say no, they would accept it, and then they would regret later on, or they would be expecting to say yes but they say no, or vice versa, right? So it's always good to have a clear view of whether you need it or you don't need it. And also there would be an intermediate phase, which is a neutral phase, where you'll not be able to make a decision. So that is something which and that's the only time where a time should take a course of action. But otherwise it should be what your instinct would say, yeah, whether to say yes or no. And you should always be clear in your mind whether it is a yes or a no, right? So when it comes to yes, again, it's not always positive. You can't just just consider being positive, or being saying yes to everything could be a positive sign. So it could also backfire. So determination or perseverance, so what you determine is something which you need to follow. So always the people say, I mean, follow your heart, not your mind, right? So you will have to have that determination in your mind, and you should be passionate. So whatever you choose or whatever you say yes to, you should be passionate about it. So I've seen people, I mean, because I work for an IT firm, I've seen people crib about why they've chosen the IT sector, I mean, people being passionate about art, people being passionate about agriculture, but still they are stuck in the IT firms, and they have their own commitments, so they are not able to withdraw themselves from from what they've chosen from. Yeah, so that's a yes that they've made, or the choice that they've made, but they regret later. And yes, when the time is right? So you'll have to make a decision when the time is right. So you cannot just let the time to decide the course of action. So you'll have to be ahead of your time. Yeah. And similarly, no, again, which is the decision making. No is not always negative. So at times you could feel that saying no could be a negative term, but no, it could also be, it could also turn out to be positive. So no is not always negative. And no to what is forced upon you. So it's always something which you'll have to choose, and not something which has to be forced upon you. So say no to something which is forced upon you and you're not okay with it. When it is a no, okay, it's a no when it is a no to you, right? I mean, you could find people who could be more influential, who could try to change your decision from no to yes. But if you decide, or if you know that it's a no to you, then it's no to you forever. So nobody can change that to an yes. And say no when the time is right. So there would always be that a fraction of a second, or you would have that benefit of doubt in your mind. So you'll have to take an advantage of that fraction of a second. And if you think that something, by saying no, you will change things for yourself, then be very frank, and when the time is right, say no, right? So that's a very quick a brief on what is yes and what is no, and when is that that decision making is relevant in your life, right? And as I said, I'll keep it very generic, so you can apply it at any stage of your life, and at any phase of your life. On that note, I'll move on to the next slide. Yeah. So I just stole this image from internet. So don't get influenced or don't get motivated to an extent where you lose your own identity, right? So as you can see, a bear is trying to be a frog. Somebody motivating a bear to an extent where it tries to believe that it is a frog, and but it's losing its own identity. So be yourself. Try to don't try to seek motivation to an extent where you try to, you tend to lose yourself, right? So have that consciousness in your mind, and be good in what you are good at. So just don't shift gears too much, and that is all I could say. Yeah. So on that note, yes, that's the end of my session today. So, and then as I said, it's just my end, not your end. So just keep continuing your good work, and I hope this session, which was on a lighter note, has just put your knots around your brains, that has been that has kept your brain busy since your whole day. So I just hope that it has just released a few blocks or knots in your brain. So that's it. I mean, keep rocking and enjoying your life, and do what your heart says is the best for you, right? Cheers. Thank you. I mean, I hope there'll be no questions, but if you still have questions, I can take it. Over to you, Hanumat.
Yeah, thank you very much, Bharat sir. It was indeed very nice lecture. And after this 2 days of heavy session, you really ended it with pleasant talk. So I'm very, very thankful to you, sir.
Thank you so much.
So